Hey, my camera's off center. I know why though. I just need to go control the directionality to zoom. Happy Friday. Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by on the old YouTube arena. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. Oh my God, who would have thought? Has this ever happened before? Many times. Maybe more than 500 times, I'm sure. And this will be the 501st. Probably more like the 600, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm streaming a lot. I'm going to keep doing it. It's just part of my daily routine. I got to do something real quick here with these. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Oh, and this too. Realize I did not clean up my lunch. Give me a second. Shit. It's all good. Like, where the hell is he? Fritos, too. I should not have these around either. If I eat the Fritos, it's going to up in here now. I don't want to eat the Fritos. Hey, how you doing? Remember did the treat? Yes, I do remember. I remember you were here the other day and you asked some questions. It's good to see you back again. Today's stream will be a lot like every other stream I do. I got the beautiful blue Bluetooth controller in your face. I have a freshly poured glass of Diet Coke, and I highly recommend it no matter who you are or what demographic you're from and where you live in this world. Get yourself some Diet Coke right now. What a deliciously silver brown. Let's find out. Oh, yeah. Diet Coke. First Diet Coke of the day really hits. All right. So I'm going to fly around. Don't know where. Haven't made a decision. Probably Japan. I mean, because that's going to be the default until we've hit all those places I want to see. In fact, we did not see, we've been, each time we go, I'm like, well, we'll see a couple things, but then we see one thing we want to fly around. So Gifu Castle is on the list, and Enoshima Sea Candle, whatever that is. If we can find those, one or more of those items, and have a good time doing it, that's going to be a flying stream. Well, there you go. Good to see you. It's not going to be that long a stream. It's going to be a couple hours. But the first half of the stream, as you know, is me flying around a Microsoft Flight Simulator. I got the old Flight Sim 2024 booted up here. The second half of the stream, there'll be a short break. The second half of the stream, there's no new Skibidi Toilets to watch. But 79 Part 3, the rumors are it will be out pretty soon. But and when it's out, we're going to watch it. There'll be the big brain games. That's me playing the, is it a PR? It is a PRS guitar. I got a hanging PRS guitar. I'll show you all, since you asked. This is my PRS. I have like, as I mentioned, you probably heard me mention before, I have like 15-ish guitars. This is a PRS. Okay, you can tell from the headstock and the fact that on the top of the headstock it says Paul Reed Smith. This is a CE24. It's not one of their most expensive, fancy core ones. It's called the bolt-on because it's a bolt-on neck and not one of the things. But it's really, really, it's made in America and it's extremely well finished with that Trampus green. And all of the detailing is amazing, just fantastic. It's got the bird inlays. I got a bird. Oh, I'll do better now. Plug it in for you. Hold on a second. So I got my amp going, so it's. Hold on a second. I don't know if it's tuned up. Let's see. You can't really see me play unless I stand up. But you see, if you come around on every other day, I'll have a whole guitar stream for the second part. Didn't really get to the second half of the show. I alternate between guitar and it is a really pretty, it's light, sounds great. It's 22 frets, 24 frets, sorry, C24. It's got the lock and tuners, and on the back, back of it always, and it's very ergonomic. It's got cuts. It's very comfortable to play. It's a really great. Anyway, as I can say, today is Ken's Piano Lounge. That will be, I recommend it. But I mean, if you can only have, if I can only have one guitar, this might be up there. But I have a lot of really nice electric guitars. But I play them a lot, and I like to mix them around because I don't want him to wear out prematurely. This one is really not showing a lot of wear on the frets. It's in really good shape. I kind of keep it all tuned up and everything in terms of restringing it. Oops. I'm going to put it back up here, though, for now. And last time I was playing this one. And so anyway, the second half shows Ken's Piano Lounge. I'm going to bring my piano in here. I'm going to play piano for like 45 minutes or so. Play my lounge piano act. This is an Epiphone. It's not really that expensive guitar, but it's a, you know, because it's a custom. So it's got the binding on both sides. It's real heavy. It's got really kind of fancy and really amazingly done inlay work. And this is another of my favorite guitars. It's also what I call, in case of zombie apocalypse, this is the one I pick up first because it's got a lot of weight to it. I feel like I could smash some zombie brains in really good with this guitar because I don't want to have to shoot them with a gun. I'm not into guns, okay? I want to whack the zombies with a guitar. All right, let's move on to something here. I got my Bluetooth controller. I mentioned Japan for some strange reason. First, let's pick a plane. I've got this huge selection of planes. It's not going to be the 10 arc just because we flew it last time, but I got a huge selection of fun, interesting planes that many people haven't seen around, including me, in the real world. Excuse me. And why not pick one of them? But which one? I've got like 100 here. Excuse me. Hold on a second. Something's in my throat. Something's really in my throat. It'll be fine. It'll work its way out at some point. Let's see what we've got here. Not a helicopter. I'm just looking through it. It'll take me a minute. We've been flying that a bunch. All right, the rare Avis flying wing. It's a wild craft. All right, but we're going to configure it. As most people don't even know, it was an experimental flying wing from that German made. It's similar to the one that you'll see in Raiders of the Lost Ark, but it's not. That was a propeller one. We're flying over Japan. Is there a Japan one? I'm trying to see if there's something. Oh yeah, Japanese Army. We're flying over Japan. So we're picking Japanese Army. Not that there was ever a real, this plane was ever delivered to any actual air forces, and none of those liveries were real. All right, so if I look for Gifu Castle, will it give it to me? No. No Gifu Castle. There's Gifu Airport, University Hospital, which is kind of interesting. Should we just risk it and see if we can find it if we start at one of these, start at the airport? Gifu Aero, that's really the only one, right? That's not a helicopter. What has it got? It's got 8,000 feet by 2 minutes. That's plenty. We got a nice looking runway here. All right, so we're going to have to find, okay, so Gifu's here. We're going to have to find Gifu Castle. I think it's up in these hills here. But, you know, we'll figure it out. All right. So we're going to do the same thing we've been doing. First of all, I'm going to cold start this plane. It's got two dual jet engines. But because it's 3:46 in the morning in Japan, we're advancing it to forward. We're imagining that it's actually more like almost 8 a.m. That'll give us some beautiful morning things. Okay, so we're going to want to head basically, okay, it does have Gifu Castle. That's right there. So it's going to be right here. And then we're going to fly around this area, check it out. Maybe we'll land. I don't know. But our plan one, Nagoya there's a Gifu airport and it's got 8,000 feet. And I see it now. If you see it here, see where it says Gifu Castle, that's our thing. It's right next to the airport. So we're not going to have any problem finding around. But we are going to fly around this whole, oh yeah, you're right. Nagoya is right here. You're right, Nagoya. You're correct. Nagoya is the biggest international airport. It's because it's just, we will check out Nagoya. We're going to take out from Gifu Aero. We're going to head to Gifu, which is west. We're going to kind of make a big circle here and we're going to head south to Nagoya and check out the harbor Tokai, which is like the harbor area. Nagoya is a pretty big city, and it should be fun. Well, anyway, before we get anywhere, we got to start this plane. Well, you got it. I mean, that was helpful. Nagoya is helpful. We got to cold start this plane. Okay, it's a beautiful morning in Japan. You see, I have the fictional Japanese Air Force, as if they had really purchased in a fictional world. Japan maybe had won the war or whatever, or extended it and had delivered these to their ally, Japan. I'm sure they would have loved it. You can see it's a flying wing bomber. It's not really a bomber because it's a single pilot and it doesn't carry bombs. It's just a flying wing. It does have guns. Let's get it started. You can kind of see. Oh, yeah. The way you get on this plane is kind of cool. You go up this ladder, and I like that they have the detail there. You go up the ladder and you walk up that red section there. That's where you're supposed to walk up, and then you kind of climb in the canopy. Anyway, it's an experimental plane. It doesn't necessarily have all the niceties, and you can see it's kind of got a lot of exposed wiring. And I believe the structure is it's a wood structure with metal over it, which is an extremely heavy. Not very efficient way to do things. All right, we're going to turn on our alternators and fuel pumps here. We need both of those on. We're going to turn on our main breaker there. We're going to set the ignition on. We're going to set the ignition on for both sides, but you actually start these engines from the outside. I'm going to check that I can alter. Okay, there's my throttle. Very good. What's this here? Those are, is this my speed brakes here? Perfect. So speed brakes are there. But I can control them, yeah, from this knob here. Perfect. I can control them using my lever here. All right, so in order to actually start the plane, you use believe it or not, these two pull rings, engine 1 starter, engine 2 starter. Let's try pull ring number 1. And that is actually triggers the, should trigger the engine to start spinning around. If I've done all the buttons properly, let's make sure I've done all the buttons properly. Let's see, did I do these? Okay, these are good. There's ignition on. It takes a little while. Oh, I want engine covers off. I want engine covers on. Sorry. Right? I think it is starting up. It just takes a while. Yeah, I can kind of hear it. And we're going to see there's some things down there. You can kind of see it slowly getting there. But there's a... something indicating the speed. Do we have all this right? Okay, those are on. Oh, fuel valves. Dang it. Not going to go very far. I think we got it now. You're going to start spinning up. Fuel valves. Oops. I'm fine now. It's all going to start up. Okay, now you can see it kind of heating up. We have ignition. So you can kind of see on the left side here, there are these, I'll kind of hide the stick there. The left engine there has, you know, an RPM and a temperature gauge. You're seeing it comes up to about 600 degrees. That means it's fired up. All right, we're going to start up the other engine. So we're going to start the right engine. But that was engine number 1. Let's start engine number 2. So engine number 2 should start firing up. Let's see if we can get in here. So again, now these right set of gauges here, where it says U min and 100 times 100 centigrade, we should start seeing some spinning action over there. Get both these guys going. Let's see. What does this switch do here? I wonder if there's other weird things I need to turn on. Pitot heater we're not going to need, but I think there's a radio package. Yeah, down here. Well, landing lights, navigation lights. And this turns the radio on. Oh, I think it's messed up in this version. Oh, we don't need it anyway. All right, the engines are starting up. Hopefully, yeah, there it goes. Takes a little while. Engine number 2 starting up. They are not the quickest ones in the world, but there it comes. You can start to see the speed coming up on engine number 2. Right, I got both of these fuel valves open. Very good. That all looks good. Engine going. Yeah, it's gonna start up. What's this here? Canopy release. We don't care about. Ejection lever. Glare shield lighting. I don't know where some of these things are. All right, so engine starting up. Do we have the radio? Oh, we do. Okay, let's take off. We're gonna head west to check out Gifu Castle, and then we're gonna fly around and check out Nagoya. I assume this area's been updone. They've been, they updated the World Update 20, and that's Japan. So not all Japan, but a lot of it. Okay, it looks like we're ready. All right. As soon as I turn off the brakes, it automatically takes off the wheel chocks. But we do need some engine power. There we go. Oof. Okay. There, that's too much. You get that big wheel in front. This is a very unusual tricycle gear system, by the way. With that big wheel in front and the 2 little ones in the back. It's not usually the way a tricycle gear is. And you can tell it takes off very unusually. The rear of the plane takes off, lifts off before the front does. Oh, I gotta make sure. Why are my, yeah, these things should be, those things should be closed. I kind of see them wanting to open. Oh, sorry, didn't acknowledge. There you go. I was talking about the cool brakes, or the cool wheels. Oh wait, it takes off, so you're kind of facing up. You'll see you kind of face down. You're still on the front wheel. The two rear wheels have taken off already, are off the ground, and then the plane lifts off at when it gets a little more speed. It's and the landing is the reverse thing. You land on the front wheel, and then you drop the rear wheels down when you slow down enough. And if you're like, well, that sounds normal. It's actually not. For a tricycle, normally you land on the back wheels, and then you let the front wheel come down. All jets land like that. That's what a typical tricycle landing gear. But this is just very unusually laid out. And one of the reasons why it's kind of doesn't have any room for bombs is because that front wheel is so huge. It takes up a lot of room in the bottom there, in the wing, plus the two little jet engines. It's still such a cool plane. So I can imagine. I don't imagine what its payload would have been for military use. All right, we're almost at the runway here. I do enjoy the taxiing and startup procedures. We're shortcutting them. In the real world, it takes longer to get a plane going. But we're still, taking a few minutes to get there. All right, a little more power, please. We're almost at the runway. All right, so flaps are not called for, I believe, if I remember correctly, right? There aren't really any flaps, right? Oh, there are. Okay, flaps are called for position 1, though. That's takeoff flaps. A little bit of positive trim, around 2%. It's good for takeoff. Beautiful day here. That's our runway. And we're going to head west. Does it say over there, by the way? I think it's Jifu Castle right there. All right, so we're going to stop. We're going to talk on the radio. We're going to ask for clearance from Clarence. Cheers, everyone. Enjoy your flight. I don't care about my altimeter.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 28.
Okay, everything's good here.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 28. K and Sage, Niner.
All right, let's go. Let's get out of here, all right? The runway. Yeah, you got a very wide and heavy. You kind of want to make very slow turns in here. We're not going to need this. And as most of these older jets, you got to be. The other thing you want to be careful about is slowly advancing the throttle so you don't flood the engine out. And let's just see. There we go. We're not flooding it out. So anyway, what happens is first, I'm going to show you this from the outside. Is first see those rear wheels. The rear wheels lift off. Front wheel's still on the ground. I can still steer using my nose wheel steering. Then you pull back on the stick, and then you can feel everything lift off. Okay, gear up. Flaps up. Gear's coming up. It does kind of tucks in there. Got those nice doors. All right, we'll check out Jifu Castle, which is due east. So we're going to make a big turn here. Let's go around this way. Also, the other thing I really like is the glow from the engines, and the less power, the less glow too. We're leaving your airspeed. So it's not like an afterburner, but you see, as I throttled down, so that red is not quite so fiery out the thing. It's a very, I don't know if I call it maneuverable, but it definitely has its elegance in the air. It's basically a flying boomerang, but it's not hard to fly. You don't have a tail, but you can use, if you use your rudder controls, it opens up these things on the side of the wings that effectively yaw the plane for you. All right, we're gonna head east to Jifu Castle, which is right on this hill up here, I believe. Hopefully we'll be able to see it in a second. But I don't see any points of interest at all. So I'm thinking they're broken. That might make it a little tough. But hopefully as we get closer, it will load them. We'll see. Okay, so there's the airport, and there's the runway. I basically know it's just off this area here. Oof. And basically what I'm saying is I'm looking is normally, and if you look at my previous shows, there was little points of interest that you can see from a distance, and I don't see any points of interest anywhere, like they've been turned off. And there's definitely is a bug in the game where it does that, and they won't come back on it. So we might be kind of screwed to try to find this place, unless it's really close to this river, because I didn't look that carefully. And it's real close. So if we go a long way, we've passed it. I thought it was on a hillside, so I want to check this area up here. Let's see, where's this runway? It's basically right there. So I might have to use an actual map to find this place rather than just flying around. Kind of thought it was on a hillside, so I was thinking maybe it was over on this thing here. If not, I'm gonna have to look around. Hey, it is a cool point. I'm good, Charles. See, it's like I thought it'd be like tucked in here on the side of this hill or something. Pretty hill. That does not look like Gifu Castle, but has a parking lot there. It kind of implies there's something here. All right, I'm gonna have to do a short little bit of what we call research here in the old Google Maps. It'll tell me where I am. I thought I'd be able to see the. I thought I'd be able to see the points of interest, but good old Microsoft Flight Simulator has failed us. I took off from Gifu, whatever. I mean, it's okay. Gifu Castle. All right, so it's the south side of the Nagara River. It is in a hill. Okay, so where's okay? It's a hill and it's northwest of that airport, but not far. Oh, it's a different river, I think, actually. There's a river to the south, a river to the... Okay, I gotta figure out which river I'm looking at, though. Now I think I'm looking at the wrong river. I think there's another one up here. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, okay, where is that airport? The airport's there. So we're coming up there. It's... Okay, hold on one second. There's two rivers on my map. There's another one down there, and I only see one. There's this little, well, there's that little one. There's this big one. Yeah, we might have to fly around a bit. Because, okay, there's the airport, but it's kind of this way. Although, kind of get the feeling it's over here from this map. Over on this, but I could be wrong. Let's just fly over here and see if we see it. It's again, we flew around looking for points of interest yesterday, and they were just marked. So, you know what I mean? It shouldn't be that hard to do it. Anyway, I see it's on the south side, on the hillside. Around a bend in the river, so it could be here, right around here, but I don't know. If it is, it's right up ahead here. No, I don't see me. It looks like I'm past a lot of hill. Still, we're having a great time. I love flying around at low altitude. Lots of stuff to see in this beautiful little valley. Okay, so yeah, according to I think it is, there's this bend here. Gifu Castle will be in here somewhere. Or like on the top of this mountain here. I don't see anything, but let's just check it out. I could be actually, no, I don't see anything. What direction is that? That's north? No, I'm heading north, so that's east. Yeah, I don't think this is the right, oops. Oh, uh-oh. I misjudged the altitude. We're going to fly around a bit more anyway. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, so it automatically puts you up to where you were. I wasn't looking. I'm looking at my Google Maps. All right, which direction are we heading? We're heading north. Is there another river? I think that's the only big river I can see. But I'm going to kind of head back to where the airport is, because it's got to be close to the airport. Yeah, I'm pretty lost. So I'm gonna fly back to the airport. There's the river. Oh, okay, where the airport is. Yeah, no, I see it. I mean, I see it on my map here, but I say it'd be a lot easier if there was a point of interest. This is east. Okay, there's the. I'm gonna fly back to the. Now that I see it, okay, we're gonna fly back to the airport. I think I went way too far. It's very close to the airport. Okay, so the airport is here. The river is there. The airport is facing east-west. So when I hit the river, it should be right around here, right? So I'm thinking here. Oh wait a minute, is that it? No, that's not it. I kind of remember them showing it. It's a hill. It's on top of a hill, but we should be able to see it. But I'm gonna go back to the. I think it's on one of these like hillsides here. Okay, actually no, because that's the South River. Yeah, okay, that's okay. No, I take it back. I'm in the wrong place because I can see that's an east-west. I see the runway. It's an east-west runway. And it looks like. See, the point is, it doesn't. Oh no, I take it back. So there's the runway there. If we head west, it's northwest of the roadway. So we're in the wrong area. But now I see where it is. I see physically where it is. Okay, so there it is. The runway, yes. So there's the river running that way. And where it is right on the top of this hill. Okay, we're heading there. I promise you we're going to see some scenery that I wanted to see. Okay, we did not go the right direction from the runway. I think I already passed it. But for one thing, we took off the wrong direction. But it's this way. For one thing, it's northwest, and I was flying in the southeast area. The thing is, I was just flying a lot. This plane will really get away from you in terms of too much speed. In terms of how fast it goes, because it's fast. So you're going to cover a lot of ground in it. So there's the airport. And basically, there's the river. And there's these hills up here, and the top of this little hill here is pointing one kind of ahead of us, not this closer one, is where Gifu Castle is. And then we can say we saw it. All right, and then we're out of here. We might try to look for something else. No, we're going to stick to the mission. It's after Gifu Castle. I'm going to fly around and then fly south to Nagoya, which we haven't seen yet. It's a little further south. So let's see, south is that direction. So the city of Nagoya is off that way. You can see there's a lot of urban area we're going to be flying over. And sorry, excuse me. There's something down there. Baseball diamond, probably a school. Solar. Fine. But yes, I can see right where it is, which is right on the top of this castle, this hill there. We're going to stop time, use our magical parachutes to take a look at it. By which I mean, oh, is that a quarry over there? By which I mean we're going to jump out of the plane. I'm really pretty sure it's up here. Again, I wish they had those points of interest because it would have a little pointer on top of it. And it would say Gifu Castle, but I'm sure this is it. So here we are. Welcome to Gifu Castle. It's got some cool stuff going on, so we're gonna use our magical parachutes to exit. This is one side out. Of course, these places, these castles, they have an amazing view. So there's the parapet there. You're looking all around. There's your view. Gorgeous day today. This is the castle. The thing I like is this kind of the yellow gold detailing. So you got the yellow signs here. This is the way. I guess you probably park down there and you got to walk, most of the way up here. Maybe there's a path or something. Got to be a parking lot down there. I guess. Maybe not. Anyway, it looks really cool. So this is how you'd approach it. And it's not huge, but it's a traditional pagoda style. All right, we saw Gifu Castle. Gifu, probably. Oh, it's got this. It's got like detailed signage in Japanese. That is a clock, I believe. Oh, let's see. The castle. Excuse me. Let's see when we read this. The castle clock. Also, the amount of Western mechanical clocks first entered Japan with the Uichi clan of Francisco, blah, 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 presentation Yamaguchi's prefecture. We're not going to introduce the whole thing. Captivated you. Watchmakers to innovate and improve creating clocks that display the zodiac signs unique to Japan. Well, that's pretty freaking interesting. All right, back in the plane. All right, Gifu Castle. All right, we're going to head south to Nagoya. Is this a different Escuela? Yeah. Yeah, I have. Trust me, I did not accidentally hit my toggle POI indicators button. But it happened to be a lot in like the first SU update, and then they fixed it in SU2. But I basically think it's a memory issue. If it runs out of memory, that one of the things it doesn't bother to load is points of interest. But that's the only one I was looking for. Again, it really makes it hard. But then we're not looking for a point of interest. By the way, it's on this hill. It's on that hilltop over there, right here. So you can't really see it very well. We're just going to go visit Nagoya, which is due south. It's got a port. It's on the water. A little power here. So, I mean, it's been a while because, yeah, it only happens once every while. But, yeah, it's annoying because not only do you lose points of interest, but you lose a pointer to the airport. Yeah, you'll see there are airports around if I go here. I can see lots of stuff, airports, blah, blah, blah. But, and normally I would expect to see points of interest. What's our speed here? A little more speed going here. Let's see, we're heading to this river. Okay, and then we're gonna head down this way. We'll kind of come into Nagoya via the river. And you can barely, it's a ways off. You can barely see it. I think it's got some tall buildings too. Well, actually, maybe it's that set of buildings there. Anyway, it was a beautiful part of Japan. There's something out that direction too that I want to check out. We eventually did see the castle, which is on the top of the hill there. This is a pretty major river system. All right, the next thing I wanted to see was Enoshima Sea Candle. I have no idea where that is either. But we may just do a, because I do like to get 2 things off the list. And by list, I mean things that they mentioned in the, it's kind of smoggy, but I probably gets realistic. The things that were mentioned in the update video for World Update 20, Japan, which is what we're exploring. All right, so there's this river here. Then this joins, is that okay, is this 2 rivers or it joins in? Is it sort of island? Okay. I'm trying to figure out exactly where I am here. There's a Legoland Japan in Nagoya. I wonder if it's on the thing here. Yeah, so Nagoya is that way, according to my map. Let's go. Yeah, it's not really on the river. It's okay. There's the 2 rivers kind of coming together, but it's due east from this position, and I want to fly over it. I think this major road down here is going to head right to it. Or close enough. Yeah. Because I want to say we flew over Nagoya. I don't know if it's just one of the buildings in Japan, or cities in Japan that has tall buildings where you can really pull out the center. I'm looking around. We were definitely in the right area. There's that bridge there. And yeah, I think we're just basically flying over some small towns, really. Okay, I think this is going to be Nagoya over here. Exactly where I expect it to be. It's not, you think they'll be right on the river, but it's pretty far from the river. But what it is on the, you'll see it's kind of on a bay, though. It's closer to the ocean. This is what it looks like behind us. This looks like that side. And this is what it looks like the other side. It is a really cool plane. I mean, it's a jet. It's kind of fun. It's got all these handwritten gauges. How's our fuel doing? Pretty good. Plenty of fuel. Because it was not. This was not it was always a prototype. They never made these in quantity. But apparently, there's one of these hanging in the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum in Washington D.C. that was captured after the war. So it was. They did make at least one. At the time, jet engines were very expensive to operate and build and maintain. Still are, but effectively they were even more expensive compared to piston engines. And you can only run them for about 500 hours, and you need a new one, or even less, I think. Okay, there's some mountains in the distance. Yeah, we're approaching the city skyline of Nagoya, Japan. Oh, let's go down here. I think there's a train. It looks like a train right away. Let's get nice and low, so we can see these buildings here. Yeah, I think this is going to be commuter rail comes in here. They made 3. Really? I kind of want to see that. I wonder if it's available on YouTube. They made 3 of them, and they probably, and I don't know if they all flew. Okay, so there's a huge train, pretty decent-sized train station there. And then you can see this is basically the financial district, I believe, of Nagoya. Right here. Looks pretty good. Got like some pink buildings there, some kind of unusual-looking ones. Nothing wild. We still haven't done Tokyo or Osaka. We did Kyoto. We did fly around Kyoto. I'm trying to see if there's any kind of like stadiums or something. Anyway, we'll head down towards the ocean, the port, which is a pretty major Japanese port, but there's a lot of ports. And we kind of see that's all train, electric train right away there. It really looks quite different than a road does. It's kind of cool. There's something in here, something kind of fancy in here, maybe a museum or something. But somewhere down here is the Nagoya Port Building. I'm wondering if it's going to be represented. And then if you wanted to visit Legoland in Nagoya, I don't know if there's multiple Legolands in Japan, but if there isn't, this is the only one. I don't know if this is the only one or not. Okay, there's this island here, which is basically a port. Okay, there's the port building over here, right there. So that's where the port, I mean, it's not huge or anything, but that's where the, port operations building is. And according to my map here, Legoland is like on one of these reclaimed islands here. And specifically, if my map is correct, I think it's on this one. I don't know if they'll have a building that looks like it's made out of Lego. They do have Legoland in the official Danish one is really nicely done. It's a point of interest. But I would be kind of surprised if they had a Lego building that looked like Lego here. But this is, I think it's down here. I think it's one of these buildings here. Hold on a second. I just want to check. I just want to triple check. Right? That's what these buildings look like. Yeah, this is Legoland Japan, and there's Knight's Kingdom and an exhibition hall, a couple exhibition halls, Furniture Dome head office. There's several exhibition halls. These are exhibition halls, so I kind of think this is sort of a convention center area. So like smaller conventions would be down here. And okay, that is Legoland right there. Okay, now you can obviously see there is an amusement park with pools, swimming pools, etc. So that is it's Legoland. I mean, I want to go. There's a Lego factory tour. There's a Legoland lab. There's a submarine adventure. Come on, people. Let's get our asses over here right now. That's Nagoya. And that's where we're heading. All right, get your tickets. Who's with me? I don't know. You have to know where it is, though. You wouldn't think it'd be on the end of a pier. But, reclaimed land is relatively cheap in Japan compared to, land that's already been used. Make new land and then, you build on it rather than have to buy somebody else's land. All right, so where's the airport here? Nazi Germany stealth plane. That's literally what it was designed for. And it was the same similar purpose. I mean, that was right around when radar was coming out, and they wanted to see if they could design a plane that was invisible to enemy radar. Yeah, let's get to Legoland. That looks like a good one, too. I mean, it's got a whole bunch of stuff. It's a full-on amusement park. And also there's the Brick House Burger, the Dragon's Apprentice, Knight's Kingdom, the Dragon. I think that's a ride. It looks really good. Lego Ninjago World. I'm kind of serious. I want to go there. I mean, we can see anything from above, but we can't actually go there. That's the first time. That's one of the few times I'm like, okay, no, not this one. Where's my? Here it is. All right. So we're heading down here. I believe there is an airport on here. This is an airport here. We're gonna pass it, and we're gonna come back and land on it. So we're gonna come down. There's an island airport on that little island up there, and we're landing there. Unfortunately, you cannot see it because I have points of interest. Maybe turned off, but you're not even supposed to be able to turn off all the points of interest. But that's okay. Maybe we'll be able to find this. We have time. Maybe we'll be able to find quickly this Inoshima sea candle. That's what it says. If I can search for it and find it in the locations, we'll see if we can find it. I think in the game it said something. This is beautiful, by the way. I like this part thing. But now I know there's a Legoland in Japan, and I bet it's a really good one. Well, I can see it's good because it's got a lot of stuff to do besides look at Lego. But the one in Denmark also looks pretty cool. I mean, and that is the original Legoland. It also has a bunch of amusement park stuff. And so we're landing on that little island there. You can turn them all off with the toggle button. Well, let me just hold on. All right, hold on a second. Let me just see if I have if I go to controls. All right, settings. Controls, search for, is it POI? Spoilers. Select next POI. And that would points. Yeah, there's nothing. I can't really see anything. And that's my keyboard. I don't really think I looked at this before. I don't think I really have anything set that I could accidentally hit that would do it. And I kind of confirmed that just if I restarted the game and didn't do anything else, you'd see the points of interest. It's kind of it sometimes happens and sometimes doesn't. And that's without me touching anything. So I guess there's a possibility. Oh, you want to try toggle? I mean, there's so many toggles. There's 80 million toggle. So if you look for toggle, spoiler lights, flashlight, Alt F, anti-ice, don't even know that, auto rudder, Control P, smoke is Z, good to know. Avionics master, Control X, there's a million of these though. Oh, we'll look through them. Faster, auto, tail hook handle, attitude hold. So I didn't think there was even anything you could really do from here. Landing gear, interesting. I never use my keyboard except for pause, which is the pause button. And a few views. Landing ribbon, flight, but I could accidentally do some of these sometimes. But it didn't show anything. Oh, it's worth a look here. Pushback, head tracking, cockpit mode. I mean, there's a bunch of things that I should never push. Cameras. Okay, instrument views shouldn't do anything. Slew mode, no. Smart camera, screen narrator, no. Okay, some of these. So, yeah, I don't see anything there, but maybe I'll look back, or you can provide some information offline. All right, we're gonna land here. All right. So as I mentioned, it's a really fun landing. Yeah, let me know. But as I say, I looked. If you look at my settings, I'll show you. It does say the points of interest are on. They're not. I can show you that if you don't do. But it is. I never touch it. All right. So the fun thing about this plane is, I mentioned this before. I'm going to keep mentioning it again. It lands very unusual. It lands on the front wheel, and then it drops the rear wheels. It's just hard to describe. It just makes it a slightly unusual landing experience compared to other planes. Going too fast. I want to get some separation so we can get a nice. I don't know what. It doesn't even say what. This looks like a cool looking airport though. They're pretty big. One of these big Japanese ones. The really big one is Osaka, right? That's a huge airport. Or the one in Tokyo is also offshore. There's a bunch of offshore airports. Bunch of different ships here. Nice little beach over here. Wow. Decent looking beach. I like it. All right, let's land. All right, so flaps to 1. Gears coming down. We're not that far from the airport, though. So that big front gear is locked. Oops, too slow. I want to stay over 130. Pass this line up here. Okay, a little more. There we go. That looks pretty good for a lineup. Okay, now it's, by the way, now it says they've loaded Chubu Central International Airport. So you can now see points of interest in the distance, including that thing. You can see those little white lines there. That's what we weren't seeing until just now. So I mean, it took what, 35 minutes after running the game for 46 minutes. They magically loaded in. I didn't press anything. But now it says Chiba Central Airport International, so we know where we're landing. What's our speed here? 134. Okay, flaps to the position just above the last one there. little hard to see the runway through this weird, the weird glass, but we'll figure it out. Okay, what's our airspeed? 107, a little slow. Decent enough glide slope. It's a very long runway, so I'm not concerned about overshooting or anything like that. A little bit slow. Flaps up, but pretty gentle. Didn't use much of the runway. I always liked it than that. So you've got some big jets waiting to take off here. This is Chiba's a big airport. But as you can see, I mean, there's no settings to be set because now it's showing them. Before it was clearly not showing them. And I didn't do anything. So, as I say, it's definitely, I mean, it's definitely a bug. I'm not mad about it or anything. I don't mind having to kind of find out figure out where I am. I actually enjoy that part. I don't necessarily need a point of interest. All right, we're going to check out this airport. I don't know if I've landed here before. I think I may have. Because I've landed in a lot of the major airports in Japan. But not in a while. I don't know if they've updated it, but we're going to check out the buildings areas and see if there's any kind of cool looking airport buildings. Let's open the canopy. Canopy slides back. It's got that great kind of sliding sound associated with it. I do really like... And it's one of those canopies where you can leave it open. You know, it's not gonna fly off or anything. We're also landing a little heavy for fuel. Normally, of course, you land. You calculate how much fuel you need so you don't land super heavy, but we didn't. And we're fine. I do want to see if we can quickly visit one more place, which is this Enoshima Sea Candle. I think it's a lighthouse, but it's more like a tower. It's more like a modern kind of tower, I think. Let's find out. We got time. We got a few minutes. That's all, though. I don't have tons of time. I do want to have a nice long session of Ken's Piano Lounge. Stick around for that. It's a lovely Friday. Hey, it might be Friday evening where you are if you're in England. And you can mellow out to the mellow vibes of Ken's Piano Lounge, hopefully. Assuming I know how to still remember how to play piano. That's why I got to do it several times a week. Got to keep those skills fresh-ish. And there's nothing better than playing for the real people. Why am I going so slow? Okay, pick up the speed a little bit here. You don't have some gas. Basically, the engines don't produce a lot of power below 60% RPM, which is typical. It's just a really cool airplane. It looks like my canopy is auto-closed at above a certain speed. That's fine. I didn't touch it. I just want to check out the control tower. I guess if we want to see the control... These are the terminal buildings. Control tower thing, other side of this terminal building. We're going on the other side of it. But I like... It looks like it's got functioning jet stairs, jetways. So if you land a jet, it'll come out and the jetways will approach. This is where the central part. This is a big airport. So there's a whole other terminal, like cargo's over there. But very detailed. I love it. And functional. It's actually it wants us to trying to get us to. All right, but anyway, we're here. I want to see if I can find this other place real quick. We got time if I can find it. And we're not going to take off or anything like that. All right. End flight. Yes. Take me to the world map, please. So this is going to be called Enoshima Sea Candle. Is it in there? Is it in there? It is not. Is Enoshima in there? No. That's going to make it hard, but not impossible to find. We might take us a while. It might take a little extra time. I'm going to see if Google Maps knows what this is. Because I don't think it'll be that hard to find. Yeah, there is a reference to Enoshima Sea Candle. There it is. It's just it's an island. Off of what city though? Yokohama, kinda. All right, let me look for Yokohama, and I bet I can find it real quick. All right, so if we go to Yokohama, like, all right, where's the airport? So, am I missing it? I think I'm missing it. There must be an airport in Yokohama. Come on, these are all helicopter pads. Maybe not. Where's the airport? Is there Yokosuka? No airport. Well, where is at least is the area? Because we don't need to. Okay, fine. This is it right here. We're just gonna check out the place. It's right there. All right, and we're gonna move it to daytime. It's 4:30 in the morning there. We're gonna move it to early morning, 7:30. I just want to see this place. All right, it's gonna take 2 seconds. It's called the Enoshima Sea Candle, and I think it's basically this little triangular island. Yeah, they probably do. I'm sure there's airports near here, but it's also closer to Chiba and well, it's not that. Oh, okay, yeah, it's not that far from Tokyo. All right, we are southwest of Tokyo. That makes, and not that far, but well, we're a few cities southwest of Tokyo. All right, we're in the plane here. Let's get some engine power here. All right, so I'm looking for a little triangular island. It's going to be right below us, I think. Oh, there it is. Enoshima. And see, now it's showing. Now it's showing points of interest. Well, it's now to make a turn here. Showing some clouds. I want to see what this is over here. But now it's showing points of interest, and oh, they just disappeared. They're not reliable. That's where you were stationed. Wow, that's pretty interesting. On the actual that little island, or this area, you know, Enoshima, Yokohama. I mean, it's a big. Okay, I think it's just a power plant, but yeah, it's still there. All right, I was gonna say the points of interest disappeared, but they reappeared. They're just not stable. Sometimes they're there, sometimes not. But yeah, and the other thing is probably now that it's loaded, this point of interest, I could search for it in that location bar and it would find it. But it's like before you ever go there once, it doesn't seem to want to find it. Oh, turn the engines off. And let's turn the engines back on. There we go, engines back on. All right, so as mentioned in the, okay, and that's Fujisawa, Yokohama. So Fujisawa, yeah, Yokohama is pretty close. Technically, Fujisawa is a little closer. I'll fly over Yokohama. But we're gonna stop time. We're gonna get out of the plane. We're gonna check out the Enoshima Sea Candle, which again I think is a tower that also operates possibly as a. That's kind of cool down there. Tennis courts as a lighthouse, but I don't know. We might get a better idea when we get closer. It definitely is a place that probably they've had to build a causeway and a road. But here we go. Enoshima Sea Candle is definitely a tower. Maybe it's not a lighthouse. That's what it looks like from here. Oh yeah, let's jump out of the plane, take a look. Closer look. Oh, actually, yes, and it's rewarding because you can really see a lot of detailing here. They've got places to look, to lounge. Lots of electric golf carts and trash cans. Okay, it's Japan, so there's a lot of very fancy vending machines. And that's probably how you know if you're gonna eat here, it's probably from the vending machines. I don't think there's necessarily a real. There's definitely something where you go in through there and you go down. So there's something down here. It looks like there's more. Machines of some kind. It says sea candle there. You can't go under this thing, I don't think. But then the top, and then you go up the stairs. There might be an elevator. Okay, it definitely looks like it has lights that point out. They do love their vending machines, and you can buy a lot of stuff there. It is clearly a lighthouse. You can see the light of the lighthouse. So in addition to being a place that's touristy, at night that thing's going to be going crazy and circling around. It's absolutely a lighthouse. What's over here? Is there like a resort or something? Or just kind of like places you can stay? It's definitely, it seems like maybe a vacation kind of place, I guess. I don't know. Hard to say. And there's the causeway back. All right, back in the plane. We'll fly up to Yokohama and fly over it. That's where you're stationed. While we're here. All right, back in the plane. Use your magical parachutes to get back. And then there's something down here. Kind of make you. There's a little town there. There's a lot of parking. So it's like the people coming in, from out of town to visit this little island, the Sea Candle. And I guess, get a great view. All right, so this is a little town here. This is not Yokohama. This is the little town of Fujisawa. Hello. Oh, why are my engines not running? There we go. Engine's running. You got to watch your airspeed. Because you can get pretty close to stall speed without knowing it. We're going to over Fujisawa, and then we'll head northeast to Yokohama. Just to check out these little areas. But again, it's nice. I just feel good having my point of interest back. I think that's like maybe a little school or some kind of thing. Yeah, it's definitely a school. It's got a schoolyard. Some kind. And then you got Fujisawa. And it's on a cute little river here. I think this is a cuter looking town than Nagoya. That's for sure. Smaller, and you got like a tower there. Observation tower there. It looks very Japanese. All right, we're gonna head northeast. Eventually we'll get to Tokyo, but before we do, we're gonna fly over Yokohama. We might not make it all the way to Tokyo. Tokyo's a haul. Let's see. We want to fly about 60 degrees from Fujisawa to get to Yokohama. But these areas here are going to be fully. It's like the north. It's like fully occupied. So even though they're different towns, they're right adjacent, like Los Angeles area in a sense. That's kind of cool. It looks like under construction interchange here, and it's not even close to being finished. I wonder if that's really what it looks like. In any case, great job. I love kind of unfinished construction projects. All right, we're heading to. Let's see, is that... Well, we'll find out when we get there. This is the right direction. I don't see anything else here that says Yokohama. But Japan is so immense. I mean, it's got an incredible population. What's my speed at? 203 knots? Maybe a little faster. Wow. A major residential areas. Pretty high density. So I think one of these is going to say Yokohama, yes? Yes, Yokohama Landmark Tower. So we're going to be flying over Yokohama shortly. And that'll constitute today's Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm going to move on to the big brain games. And then I'll take a short break. We're going to set up the piano right here. I'm going to slap it right down here and play the piano for like maybe an hour. Why not? So this is what it looks like to approach Yokohama. I mean, you can imagine, there's a lot of roads, but there's probably a lot of traffic too. Could take a while to get anywhere around here. Well, let's see, we got all sorts of points of interest. There's Yokohama, is where it says that there. But then there's like, let's see, we got, what does that one say there? This one say, let's see what this one says. That one says Yokohama. I don't know why this one also says Yokohama. This one says Yokohama Landmark Tower. And I believe that's probably because it's the tallest building in Yokohama. Oh, and it's got one of these hotels that looks like the Burj Dubai, that one in Dubai. That is a really great looking building, though. Look at this guy. Wow, very detailed. In fact, and we're gonna have to check out some of these buildings. All right, everyone stop. Oh, one second here. Stop. Put your magical parachutes back on. I know I keep making you take them on, put them off. This is the Yokohama Tower. You've been to the top, and we're going to check that out too. Yeah, so you've been to this is, if you're a touristy and you want to see, get the best view in Yokohama, you're going to come to the landmark tower. You're probably not coming up to the roof. There's probably, I think this is an observation deck here, like one of these. It's funny how there's a helicopter landing pad, though. Oh, we're taking the AT Ascendance up here at some point. But right across the way here is this, in the waterfront is this, you can see that there's an amusement park there. I think this is like a track of some kind of roller coaster there. Oh, we just crashed. We just crashed real bad. I'm still going though. Yeah, we lost Microsoft Flight Simulator. Hey, you know what? That was it for the simulator today anyway. Oh, that's embarrassing for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Hey, that was a lot of detail. We're pushing a lot of bits through that system, so I'm okay with it. But we are going to move right on to the big brain games. Let me move to just chatting. I mean, it's the time. We're over an hour in anyway, so I should have been. I should. That was a perfect time for it to crash, but it literally just did a CTD, crash to desktop. The fastest elevator in the world, observation deck. Ooh, really? That sounds so freaking cool. All right, where's the big brain games? I'm gonna bring them up here real quick. Big brain games. That's me playing the Quirtle, doing the revealed. We'll do some trivia. Let's just get going. And 2 Octurals. We got. Time marches on, and I got to get my brain games done for the day. Oops. Noisy, play, and crumb. My 3 starting words. I use them for all these 5-letter words. I'm not changing. I know other people who have other 3 similar 3 starting words, but they made them up. Maybe they made them up. I kind of see upper left. This is probably going to be bound. And if it does, it's going to give us the D. All right, well, it eliminated the D. That's fine. Then we have... Is this just mucky? Is that a word? M-U-C-K-Y? Apparently it is. Okay, and then lower left. I mean, it could be a lot of things, but I'm gonna guess gross. Okay, that was a good guess. And then last one we have has a T. It could be thine or twine. Thine is a word. Let's guess twine. We got extra guesses. Could have been thine. T-H-I-N-E. That's a word too. All right, next game is the revealed. This is, I should try that Reunion, by the way. They always have new games. All right, it's not timed or anything. We get this heavily redacted document. Today's category is science and technology. The correct answer is going to be a 7-letter word. Let's read our heavily redacted document. We can choose to see some of these. Reveal, so to speak. Okay, so and something. So we know it starts with a vowel. And something is a blank variety of blank that is highly valued as a blank. The name comes indirectly from the blank blank, a name that seems to be given to a number of blank, having little in common except a blank, 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 undoubtedly included several distinct blank. Much confusion has arisen with respect to the thing it is of the blank. Blank word rendered something in the blank probably meant blank, a blank. Oof. Oof is a something variety. This is the thing that seems that most useful. Barrel. Okay, barrel is... Barrel, is that quartz? It's not a diamond. I mean, that's 7 letters. It wasn't a diamond. Beryl, that highly valued as a, I don't know. It's beryl is a gem of some kind. Name comes directly from the... Except a what? Is it color? Green color. So now I think it's an emerald, which also has 7 letters. Emerald has 7 letters. And it was correct. All right. We figured it out. We needed 2 reveals. Beryl and green color were the clues we needed. We needed 2 reveals and 0 hints. Hints are letters. Other players on average needed 5.6 reveals and 2.1 hints. A little average. There's a picture of a emerald. 73% eventually solved it. Next game is the Tightrope Trivia Quiz. It's a 9-question timed trivia quiz. It's getting harder. Saturday and Sundays are the hardest ones. Friday can be a killer. 9-question timed multiple choice trivia quiz. Let's get started. Once it gets started, time the faster you solve is a very important part of your score. So you got to be quick and correct. Toblerone, okay. Matterhorn wrapper. That's only that Toblerone, I think. Swiss, right? I get. Princess Diaries. Anne Hathaway. That was a guess. Could have been others. Sea lions, whales, and elephants. Cows are all female. Cows applies to female of those species, I believe. Well, now I do. It was Wendy's. Founder Dave Thomas. Yeah, that was a bad move. Mm-hmm. The Scream, Edward Munch. The Scream, very famous for The Scream. Everyone knows that one. Sorry. Black Power lights burned down. Guy Fawkes, of course. The gunpowder conspiracy, whatever. Well, Black Shelley's friends held a clandestine meeting to plan her surprise birthday party. Clandestine, I don't know. Clandestine, who knows? Nobody knows actually. Is that which technology? Telegraph. What hath God wrought? Hercules broke apart Mount Connecting, therefore creating what body of water? The Strait of Gibraltar? That's the only one that connects Africa and Europe. Okay, that wasn't terribly hard. Some of these were a little slow side, but I'm expecting to get maybe 2,200 points with a difficulty bonus. So we got all 9 questions in a reasonable amount of time. We're moving on. I don't think I'm going to get 2,200. Walk-in encyclopedia, clever funambulist, that's the highest. Toggle visual assistances. Oh, yeah, some people would want to do that. Maybe I'll look to see if I have that defined. I'll look to see, now that we know it. I didn't see toggle visual assistances, but I may not have been looking for that. I will take a look for that next time, later today, because I'm going to boot it up and make sure it's running. This is clever funambulist is the highest score you can get, okay? We're going to enjoy this for a second or two. The next 2 games are Octurals, which are a lot like the Quirtles, except you have to solve for 8 5-letter words at the same time. Other than that, it does not change the strategy. This is the warm-up game. The rescue one is the hard ones because I don't get to use my starting words. It picks 4 random words for you. This one here could be, let's see, it's got to be O-R-T-E. What word would that be? Fort, F-O-R-T-E. Forte, Fort, whatever you want to call it. That's the only thing I can think of that would fit there. Let's see. Now we have a B, R, and an A, and an O. So it could be broad. B-R-O-A-D. Could have been broad, but it wasn't. It was arbor. It's the other one. It's a kind of anagrams. All right, let's move on. We got a few extras here. Let's see. Lower left here has only one possibility, droop, because it can't be prude, P-R-O-O-D. That's not a word. Then we have D-U. It's got to be ducky. That's a word. Ooh, Dutchy. Oh, ducky is a word, though. All right, we got some extras. All right, moving on with our lives. We got 4 left, and we got 4 guesses. I think we can still win this one. See, we got to be careful, though, here. Okay, lobby, L-O-B-B-Y, right? That fits. There's an L, lobby. Come on, it's going to be lobby. Very good. All right. Ooh, these are going to get harder. Up here, we have F-L. Then it has to have an E. And then we know there's a C and a K in it. So it's fleck, which is not one of my favorite words. But it's in there. And this one could be radar, right? Let's try it. R-A... R. Okay, final word, 1 guess. All right, this is going to be the hard one. So if there's a Y, but it doesn't end in Y, D, an L, and a D, and I. It can't start. Could it be yield? No, because there's no Y. There's no E. Oh, I think I know this word. Idle. IDYLL. Okay. Yeah, the I can go there, the D can go there. It's ideal. I mean, that's the word. It's a dumb word, but that's what it was. All right, now we're doing the final big brain game. That's the rescue. I said it before. I'm saying it again. It's a hard one. All righty. Let's see. Lower right. I like tamer. Right? MER. It's got all the letters. MER for the lower right. There's always going to be a few on this rescue that are easy. But as you can see, we got a lot of. This is a very, very. This is going to be a really hard one overall. We don't have most of our vowel, and etc. All right, what do we have here? There's an AR, and we know there's a T in it. But I don't think the T is in the second place. So it probably ends in T. ART. It could be apart. We're going to guess apart. AART. I'm going to say apart. Thank goodness. Because that could have been a million things. And now we know this starts with an A, right? And there's an L. And it could be a lot. ALLOT. Oof. Oh, no, it couldn't have been a lot. All right, we're moving on. Hey, I don't win them all. Oof, but that wasn't good. What do I have here? All we know here is there's a B and an O. So, it could be abode. But it could also be Adobe. All right, let's come back to that one. Maybe we can find someone that's easier because that's a 50-50. This one here, okay, it wasn't a lot, but it could have been a lot. No, this is a different one. It has a P in it. And an O in it. All right, this one I'm pretty sure is going to be adopt. 99% sure on that one. So good. And with the D was helpful. So now we know this one hid is adult. ADULT. Only thing it can be. Perfect. This one here, we could potentially win this one, but I don't think we're going to. Let's just see if we can get a few more of these words. All these ADO words. Okay, so now we know it's not abode, but it could be Adobe. In fact, it has to be Adobe, so let's just grab it. And now we know there's an O and a U, and there's a M and a B. And now I think that word's going to be gumbo. 99% sure on that one. We got 2 guesses left to guess 2 more words. We're not going to get it. Oof, that's going to be a hard word. But this one might be a little easier. Okay, we have a V, A, I, and O to place. But it's not viola. But it could be voila. VOILA, which is, admittedly, a French word. But apparently it's common enough in American that, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's going to be voila. Very good. All right, last word. This is going to be really hard because we got basically no information. At least we now know where the O is. We know where the O is. There's a B, and it can't be there or there. Could it be Robin? Yeah, it could be R-O. The B can go here. The I can go here. And the N's available. Did we get it? We won. Boy, that was close, too. This is a hard game, okay? Try it yourself if you think that Daily Rescue is an easy one. I only get about 60% of them. I don't even know if that statistic is right. Maybe 50%, but I certainly don't win those all. So I always feel good when I win. Oh, we won all the games today, by the way. We kicked ass. So, that's kind of why I like to do it online. I enjoy sharing the joy of kicking some ass at the big brain games. All right, next is going to be a musical category shift into the music category. Let's see if we can magically accomplish that. It's going to take me a solid 5 minutes to bring my piano in, which is sitting over there. but I got to plug it in. I got to turn it on. I got to change the mic. I got to do a million little things. So let me get started on that. Over in my little mid-roll. She let me go. It's a little stuffy today. Well, keyboard where I like it, a little bit higher up, I think here. There we go. Get a little bit more of a view. There we go. I like what you see the keyboard. Can you hear me? You can hear me. Check one. All right, let's see if this keyboard has been properly plugged in. No. I think I plugged in the wrong thingy. Yeah, I did. I got it. It's all good. Someday. I need my pedal. No pedal, no expression. No expression, no play. There you go. All right, welcome to Ken's Piano Lounge. What is Ken's Piano Lounge, you might ask? Besides, why would you ask that? It's actually a list of songs. It says Lounge Act song list that I have come up with. It's not all these anymore, but many of these I can just play off the cuff. Sit down at a piano and play the song. Assuming I knew the name of the songs. For example, "Say a Little Prayer," Natalie Cole version. There's quite a few versions of "Say a Little Prayer." Great background song. But even he said this is the best one. Welcome. Next song is called "Breaking Us in Two" by Joe Jackson. I like that song. It's cool. Called "Breaking Us." Next is my version of "Flashdance." What a Feeling. flash dance. All right, I want to do this one next. Alrighty, that's better. Oh, okay. All right, gotta get into these songs. Make sure I know how to still play them. Girl, Meep and Ema. That's the only one. Thank you, though. Yeah, that's pretty much super. It's like what I call a standard lounge piano act song. I'm gonna do drops of Jupiter next, which it's not on my list. So I got to remember to do it. Song Drop to Jupiter. Okay, here's a little Todd Rundgren. Okay, play some other songs. We're just getting started with my set list here. Like pick and choose a few though. Let's see. Let's do another Top Gun song. Let's see what else I know. Oh yeah, this song is also on the list. Getting that wrong.
And now is the time of the show which I like to take a short break and say, hey, if you're enjoying the show, at least a little bit Diet Coke left. All I ask is one thing, that's that you sidle up to the bar, that you order a fancy cocktail or drink of some kind. Not for me. I already got my Diet Coke. I mean, for yourself. But most importantly, you got to leave a very large tip for the wait staff. I mean, I think they have on average, 7 kids now. That's a lot of mouths to feed, you know. Right on time. Actually, you're kind of late. Practice these, I'm getting them all smooth. Misty, great song though, Johnny Mathis. Stevie Wonder here. Close. that goes through 3 modulations. It starts here. And then you it took me a while to learn. I mean, it's kind of complicated. I can't do it with it's kind of complicated, but then I had to learn 3 separate keys. It's a real challenge, and one I really enjoyed relishing doing. It took me a long time to learn that song from ear, by the way. Okay, we're gonna do a little Paul Williams here for the Carpenters. All right, I'm gonna try playing this song. Broadway ending to that song, by the way. It's a Broadway show. Little Shop of Horrors. almost lost it. I was thinking about Yokohama. All right, a little of this. Sheryl Crow. All right, try to sing a song here. All right, I gotta turn my reverb. Look at it. Check reverb. There you go. That's for singing. There's a man who leads a life of danger. With everyone he meets, he stays a stranger. With every move he makes, well, another chance he takes. Odds aren't he won't live to see tomorrow. Beware of pretty faces you may find. A pretty face can hide an evil mind. Oh, be careful what you say. Don't give yourself away. Odds aren't he won't live to see tomorrow. Secret agent man, secret agent man. Well, they've given you a number and they've taken away your name. Sunning in the Riviera one day, bleeding in a Bombay alley next day. Oh, don't let the wrong word slip when kissing persuasive lips. Odds aren't you won't live to see tomorrow. Secret agent man, secret agent man. Well, they've given you a number and they've taken away your name. Look at it, it's an agent man, secret agent man. This mysterious life you live is a deadly game. Secret agent man. taken away your name. Look at it, Agent Man, secret Agent Man. This mysterious life you choose is a deadly game. A couple more songs I want to do, part of the standard. Up and away. Here's Baby, Walk My Baby Back, Baby Back Home, based on a James Taylor version. It's a song from 1935, though. I'm going to sing one more song. It's called I Can See Clearly Now by Johnny Nash. I hope I remember the lyrics. We'll find out. is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. And it's gonna be a bright, a sunshiny day. Yes, I can make it now. The rain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for, and it's gonna be a bright, a sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue skies. And I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. And it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. And it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Look at that cat. Oh, there's a cat. Wild cat attack behind me. Look at that. I think he's creeping up on my shoulder there. Mo, is there some particular reason why you're on the table? He wants to drink some water or something from my glass. I don't like that. He has his own water. He likes to drink my water. All right. What's the next song here, if any? We're almost done with the random songs. Not the random songs, the song list. What do we got here I like to play? Oh, yeah, here we go. Charlie Brown. It's not called Charlie Brown. It's called Linus and Lucy, but everyone calls it Charlie Brown. On the Christmas song. We'll be doing a lot more Christmas music in December. That's a very hard song to play. Take a long time to master that one. Very surprisingly hard song. Because of that. It's you're playing, the hands are not playing the sync, and it takes a long time to get used to that. It sounds like it should be easy, but it's not. It's a real challenge. It's much easier by comparison. And that's going to be it for the Piano Lounge segment. Thanks for sticking through the whole thing, Hobie Guy. I really appreciate you, being here for the whole show. It's just fun to have a viewer who doesn't just pop in and pop out, but is there and contributes and things like that. So, of course, I have a lot of viewers like that. Science was here. Charles, my friend Charles, is over there on Twitch, and a lot of people. So a lot of people came in and say hi for the Friday. Again, Saturday, Sunday, Monday should be regular shows. But after that, I'm going to be taking some time off for TwitchCon. I actually probably have like 4 or 5 more shows at least before I leave for TwitchCon. But I'm leaving on Monday, but I'm going to stop streaming on the Saturday before that. And then I'll be gone for at least a week, probably 2 weeks. So enjoy the shows while you got them. Here, let me switch over here. A couple things I want to do here. We're going to switch over to the Mastercam review. Turn off the reverb because it's quite annoying when I try to talk. It's good for. I need that. You got to have that reverb for singing. It's not optional. It really helps you stay on key, and I need it. Usually most of the songs I'm going to be doing will be tomorrow on the. Thank you for enjoying my show. I know it's the same thing every time though. It's like. Okay. I mean, I enjoy producing it. I enjoy performing it, but I don't think I could watch it over and over again. But again, it's not bad. I watch it. Okay, actually, I do watch the shows, most of them, not all the way through, but the following day or two, because I want to see if the tech, was the tech right? Was the audio equalized decently, or did I sound okay with the lighting okay? So I kind of look over, make sure the technology was working okay. But other than that, I kind of can't watch my whole show, But I get it. It's a good show. I think it's a good show. I'm not saying it's a bad show. And speaking of good show, I'm going to be rating my not friend, but somebody who is also a music streamer on Twitch. If you're on Twitch, you're on Twitch, so you won't get a raid. But Heavenly, I've rated her before. She's pretty awesome. She's a very talented singer. She does exactly what I do, by the way. Heavenly on Twitch. She plays piano and she plays guitar and she sings. Now she doesn't do the karaoke thing, but the point is she's very good at playing the guitar and the piano. Now she's a much better singer than me. I'm a better instrumentalist than her, but that's fine. I have a lot more experience. But if you enjoy performances, you might enjoy everything. And when I'm doing my outro, the flight sim part, but not always. Yeah, I like the flight sim parts too. I mean, I kind of prefer that. But I watch the music, as I say, to I watch parts of the music because my issue is, is the voice clear? I mean, it's not gonna sound good, but it's at least where I want it to be in the mix, because I got a mixer here. I can adjust things, and I'm like, it's fine. But then again, thanks again. I'm so glad we had this time together just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. And Carol Burnett would tuck her earlobe as a signal to her grandma. That's Carol Burnett's ending song. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Let's see. I'm going to do this raid thing. Let's see if that'll work. All right. See you next time.